It seems there's much more to Angie Stone's tragic passing than we originally knew. Jaguar Wright has come forward with some shocking claims that add a dark layer to the story, suggesting that Angie's death wasn't an accident at all. According to Jaguar, Angie may have been united by powerful forces in the industry. Jaguar's accusations are particularly startling because just weeks before Angie's passing, she had revealed on social media that she was planning to confront these very powerful people who, according to her, had been stealing from her for years. She made it clear that she was no longer going to stay silent about it. Then, soon after, Angie was involved in a car crash where she was the only person who lost her life. Now, Jaguar is raising serious questions, calling foul play. Angie Stone was born on December 18, 1961, into a family deeply rooted in faith and music. Her parents introduced her to gospel music at a young age, which laid a foundation for her lifelong passion for singing. From an early age, church was the place where she honed her vocal skills and connected spiritually with music. Her father, who was a member of a gospel quartet in Columbia, South Carolina, took Angie to see live performances by gospel groups, which only fueled her passion. She regularly sang at First Nazareth Baptist Church, building the confidence that would later define her career. As she grew older, Angie expanded her musical influences beyond gospel, becoming an influential figure in the neo-soul movement. Her distinctive voice resonated with listeners and inspired a new generation of artists, including Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, Lyfe Jennings, and Mariah Carey. But her influence extended far beyond neo-soul. Angie played a significant role in shaping hip-hop and rap, collaborating with groundbreaking artists and contributing to the evolving sound of the genre. By the time she was 16, Angie was already making history. She formed The Sequence, the first all-female hip-hop group, and quickly caught the attention of Sugar Hill Records. Their hit Funk You Up became influential, with Dr. Dre even sampling it. This track would go on to help inspire Mark Ronson and Bruno Mars' Uptown Funk. However, despite their impact, The Sequence never received proper credit or royalties for their work, leading them to sue Mark Ronson for copyright infringement. Angie's journey didn't stop there. She later joined the group Mantronics, before becoming the lead singer of Vertical Hold, releasing iconic songs like Seems You're Much Too Busy, which solidified her place in the R&B scene. Over her career, she recorded 11 studio albums, delivering hits like I Wish I Didn't Miss You, No More Rain, and Brother, further cementing her legacy in modern music. She also worked with music legends like Prince and Lenny Kravitz, even playing saxophone for Lenny. Her contributions behind the scenes were equally significant. She played a key role in shaping D'Angelo's sound, writing and producing vocals on his seminal albums Brown Sugar and Voodoo, both of which became defining moments in his career. Despite their romantic involvement, their relationship was rocky and ultimately toxic. Angie's immense contributions were often downplayed, especially by D'Angelo, whose ego prevented him from fully acknowledging her role in his success. Unfortunately, Angie's struggles didn't end there. She was also disappointed when she discovered that Mary J. Blige had taken some of the songs she worked on with D'Angelo, specifically Every Day and Die, which Mary re-recorded as To Paradise, without crediting Angie. On top of that, Jill Scott's record label began closely monitoring Angie's every move, trying to replicate her style and presence. Angie's management team also failed to properly advocate for her, missing out on multiple career opportunities, including a key role that ultimately went to Jill Scott in the show The No. One Ladies Detective Agency. But things took an even darker turn when just weeks before her death, Angie was preparing to take legal action against UNG over unpaid royalties. She had finally had enough of being exploited. According to Angie, nearly everyone in her professional circle had failed her, her management, her label, and even her team. While Angie worked tirelessly, pouring her heart and soul into her music, those around her were pocketing millions, leaving her to struggle without the financial recognition she had earned.
One of the biggest companies that I was with, Universal Music. It's the second part of the ugly truth. We began to research things to check on my royalties and my statements and things that of that nature, only to find out a lot of my publishing, a lot of my royalties, my mechanicals, they have all pretty much been stolen. As I begin to find out things that I never had to look into, because when you hire a team of people that to some degree supposed to have your back, you're thinking that they're getting it all together for you. You know, that's why, you know, I respect Oprah Winfrey in that respect when she said, do your own research. Angie Stone, the celebrity, that I let a lot of important things slip through the cracks only because I didn't know any better. I worked very hard to take care of my kids as a single mother, and I'm being transparent. My kids' fathers just were not doing what they're supposed to do. So I had to step up and go in and do everything that I needed to do for my family, which is why I worked so hard, which is why I traveled so much, which is why I did shows, because at the end of the day, after 40-something years in the business, I'm like, well, why? Where are my royalties going? Because I'm not getting this. Come to find out, Universal Music has been receiving all my royalties, all my mechanicals. They've taken pretty much everything. They've stolen, I won't say stolen, but they have taken all the monies that were due to me. They have basically absorbed in that company. And even though there's several class action lawsuits, people that were working on my behalf never even registered the songs, all the songs that I've done. I'm only coming to find out they were not properly registered by the companies that I signed over to. People that were supposed to do their due diligence. So I am truly a walking testimony that God has carried me all this time, because if you only knew how much money they have taken from me, how much they have stolen from me, monies that I'm supposed to be, I should have been able to retire 20 years ago with the money I've made, supposedly. But there are key people that have been driving the ships. And what they've been doing is improperly representing me, improperly stealing from me, taking things in their own hand, changing and switching lanes because they knew I didn't know that part. See, I'm not an attorney. I don't know everything. What I learned how to do was go out, work hard, get paid, come home, pay my bills, take care of my family. That part. The legal side, when you hire attorneys and managers and agents, they're supposed to make sure the gray area over there that they're in the driver's seat for, they're supposed to make sure you're taken care of. And even though they were taking care of themselves, they thought very little of taking care of me. And I know because I've seen it with my own eyes. So I'm just here to let you know, one way or the other, Universal Music, you're going to have to give up my coins.
The fact that Angie Stone was so vocal about calling out the people who wronged her has left fans with many questions, especially regarding the connection between her tragic accident and her battle over unpaid royalties. Let's be honest, this wouldn't be the first time an artist mysteriously met their end after challenging the powerful forces in the music industry. The industry has a long history of silencing those who dare to speak out, and with Angie preparing to take legal action, some can't help but wonder if her death was more than just a tragic accident. People are raising eyebrows at the devastating nature of the crash especially since she was the only one who didn't survive. While no one wishes harm on anyone, the situation doesn't add up for some people. There's even speculation that Angie may have already been gone before the crash occurred, which only deepens the mystery. According to Jaguar Wright, there's far more to this story than we know. She claims that Angie was allegedly silenced because she was on the verge of exposing some very powerful people in the industry.
They want.
What do you mean? They want their payment. They want their pound of flesh. They want you to keep feeding the system. Doesn't matter how hard she worked for it. That's not her money. That's their money. That's what they do. They've been robbing me for years.
Yep.
They stole more money from me than they stole from Angie. I can't stop thinking about Nick Carter. And Aaron Carter. I can't stop thinking. Brother in the Illuminati, brother not in the Illuminati. Brother in the Illuminati commits all kinds of heinous crimes against women, and he's okay, but his brother's gone. And all he wanted was his money so he could push on. Like, how many of these things have to happen in front of the public? Of course they're going to attack, I'll be sure. Of course they're going to attack me. Of course they're going to attack anybody who's interested in the truth. Of course they're going to come at us really hard for that first 72 hours and make sure we stop posting, or at least get us flagged from being able to go live so nobody thinks about the details of the fact that we just watch Angie Stone get moved around in real time on her son's
Free child. This is wild. But given what we've learned about the industry and the powerful people behind it, I guess we shouldn't be too surprised. Anyway, let me know how you'll feel about this in the comments, and make sure to check out the next video.